Rise and shine, beloved. Come on in. Great grand rising, great grand rising. Let me throw a happy Monday up. Let me just make sure we're broadcasting okay over here on Facebook. Okay, not there yet. We're waiting. Okay, let me see. There we go. Let me put a happy Monday up, you guys, and we're going to activate. Today, we're going to continue on our convergence, allowing inner and outer work to merge, to come together for progressive progress. And we're going to open a new topic of shifting from anxiety to alignment. All right. Let me throw the happy Monday up here, and then we're going to activate and dive right in. All right. With that being said, beloved, let's go ahead and sit with some great posture today. Feet flat, back straight, hand on heart, if you will, and take a good healing deep breath in and exhale. And relax. Skin over scalp, eyes, cheeks, tongue, and mouth. Relax. Shoulders down. Relax. Turn that focus inward. Take a good healing deep breath in. Exhale. Relax. Come on, bring yourself to this present moment, the moment of grace, the moment of power. Bring it in. Settle down. Torso, core, thighs, legs, feet, toes, arms, fingers, everything. Relaxed. Turn the sacred focus in. Come on deeper. One more good healing deep breath in. And exhale. All right, we are here, guys. Happy Monday to you. We are ready to start another week, and we're going to dive deeper into our topic of convergence. We're still in the month of March. This is all about bringing everything together. So today we want to take a moment to keep working, on what could appear to be underlying energies that will sabotage your success. So today, and I'm going to look directly at the notes from the email, we want to shift from anxiety to alignment. So as we continue this journey of convergence, we want to bring everything together. We want to bring in everything that we laid down last week. We want to keep the vibration. What I'm doing is continue to stack vibration upon vibration upon vibration so that it gets thick, heavy, and dense and begin to manifest in the material world. So last week we talked about living from the heart because the heart knows the way. And living by the heart is a sacred practice, beloved. It is an art. It is a skill form of mastery that we want to develop. So when you live from your heart, what ends up happening is that you live by following divine timing and not pressure. Great grand rising, come on in. Let me know that you're here. Give me a great grand rising and put that in your notes, right? So living by the heart, learning to follow the heart is a sacred practice. It is an art form of mastery that we want to develop. Again, we want to keep layering and layering and layering so that we're raising the vibration so that things begin to manifest in the material world. So when you live by following your heart, you begin to follow divine timing and not pressure. I want you to breathe that in. You follow divine timing, not pressure. You create from a place of alignment and not anxiety. That's what we want to deal with today. We want to start creating from this place of alignment, inspired divine energy, insight, wisdom, and create from there. And then lastly, when you start experiencing clarity, peace, calm, purpose, balance, serenity, bliss. All of those things will indicate, beloved, that you are now flowing from your heart, following the heart, and you're not being led by anxiety. Because the way forward now is not in the world. You know that. That is why Jesus the Christ declared we are in the world, but not of the world. Because as we see the world teetering and tottering, trying to navigate the unknown, dealing with uncertainty, fears being invoked every single day, that's not how we're going to get our answers. But I want you to be among the people that in the midst of the chaos, despite of confusion, you are operating from a totally different construct, that of the spirit, that of the universe, universal spiritual laws. You're operating from that place and not being tossed to and fro with every next news cycle, every next prediction. You have to be able to tap in and hear for yourself. So let's take a look at what the heart already knows. So it's time to explore deeper the most common yet often misunderstood emotional state of anxiety. I want you to breathe that in. Anxiety can show itself in many different ways. It has many different levels to it, right? From mild to severe, acute to chronic, right? So we want to begin to take a look at this most misunderstood emotion of anxiety. Watch this, put this in your notes. Anxiety is the energy of dissonance, disconnect, or distraction. Write that down. Anxiety is the energy of dissonance, disconnect, distraction. All right? Excuse me. So when we look at anxiety, and we know that it's one of dissonance, disconnect, distraction, it tells the mind stories of fear, again, uncertainty, and we're certainly living in a day where all of that wants to push up against you, overwhelm, pulling you away from this calm place of peace and serenity and knowing, certainty, balance. It wants to pull the heart out of that knowing, pull you out of the knowing of the heart, and back into your head. And we talked about that yesterday, right? So it arises, watch this, it arises when our attention drifts into the future or become entangled with the outcomes that are beyond our control. So when you start getting entangled or worried about the future, which we all can do very easily, even myself, I am finding myself having to pull back as my mind wants to fast forward to a major event in the fall of the year. Well, I'm not in the fall of the year. I'm right here, right now. And the way to get the outcome that I desire is to embody it now and to be present here now in this moment, creating that which I want to see happen in the fall. So when we are entangled with the future and we're worried about outcomes that's beyond our control, or we're constantly going backwards into the past, we're giving away our power. Can you put that in your notes, please? Excuse me. Can you put that in your notes, please? Anytime we are worried about the future or lamenting about the past, you're giving away your power. We don't want to labor over future events, and we don't want to lament over past events. We want to be present in the moment. So what happens is that when we start getting entangled and our attention drifts to the future, become entangled and worried and laboring over future outcomes, or lamenting what has happened in the past or giving away our power, because it disconnects you from the present moment. And again, the present moment is what? It's the only real space of power where divine guidance resonates, all right? It's the only place of power where divine guidance will begin to show up with the whispers and begin to speak. So what is anxiety? Let's take a look at that. Take a breath in and exhale. Anxiety really is a gift, beloved. It's not a punishment. It is a signal that you are out of alignment with truth. You're out of alignment with peace. You're out of alignment with the present moment. Please put that in your notes. It's a signal. It is an energetic signal. You're out of alignment. We want to first look at anxiety as that. You want to see it as a signal. You want to see it as a gift, not as another stressor, not something that's going to just wear you out and stress you out. We don't want to look at it as that. We want to look at it as a gift. It's not a punishment, it's a gift. It is a sign, watch this, that your internal compass is being influenced by external pressures. I have a saying, hey, present moment, thanks for joining us live. I have a saying, and you can write it down. I will not let outside information destroy inside revelation. Come on, y'all. It's all about the power from within, living from within. So what is anxiety? It's not just worry. It goes beyond that. It is an energetic signal that you are out of alignment with truth, with trust, with the present moment. It's a gift, beloved. It's a sign that your internal compass is being influenced by external pressure. Again, I will not let outside information destroy inside revelation. Y'all talk back to me. How many times have we allowed that to happen? You know you're getting divine guidance. You know God spoke to you. The Spirit spoke to you. The Holy Spirit showed you. Come on, your higher self is whispering to you. You know it, but then you go and let outside information start destroying the inside revelation, right? So it's a sign that your internal is being influenced by external pressures, mental overactivity. Come on, that's what anxiety is about. Over activities. Yes, thank you. Yes, I will not let outside information destroy inside revelation. You got it, precious. You got it. All right. Or anxiety is also triggered by unresolved emotional patterns. We talked about that very early on, probably in January, about unresolved emotional patterns, trauma and drama. All of that can trigger anxiety. So let's look at some triggers, right? Common triggers of anxiety: overthinking and mental overload. This is why I said all last week, you got to stay out of the head. The head don't have the answers when you're faced with challenges, when you are faced with serious decision makings, life-altering decision makers. We can get into overthinking and mental overload that triggers anxiety. Uncertainty or fear of the unknown, which is where the entire world is right now. And you and I have to learn to navigate the unknown in this season. That is why I'm so adamant and so persistent about every day drilling down how important it is that you become a master, a mindset master, right? We're dedicating this whole year in our spiritual success community to mastering. So we'll be in the Success Lounge today at 12 noon, right? Taking control or trying to control the outcome of other people. Trying to control the outcome of other people can trigger anxiety, comparison, perfectionism, which those are the underlying root causes of procrastination, perfectionism, comparison. Yes. All right. Disconnection from the body and the breath. When you're disconnected from body and from breath, and you're no longer breathing, you're no longer connected to the present moment, all of that will trigger anxiety. Unprocessed emotions, I said, unresolved trauma, misalignment with your soul rhythm, your soul purpose, what I like to call your true purpose. Because we can do many things well, beloved. We could do many things well, but we want to get to our true purpose. So we want to start shifting from anxiety into alignment. So when anxiety arises, looking at the notes, it's an invitation. Again, it's an invitation, not a punishment. An invitation to return to the present moment, to return to the rich inner life, to tap into divine guidance. It's an invitation when we're nervous and we're depressed and we're stressed. All of that is an invitation. It is an energetic signal to let you know you are out of alignment. So we want to return to the present, to within, to listen to those whispers of divine spirit and anchor yourself in the sacred rhythm of the heart. One of the somatic exercises we do in our community is the butterfly hug, right? And we sit with good posture and you just close your eyes. This will realign your nervous system in seconds, beloved. And you just begin to tap one shoulder to the other. And you allow your spirit within to guide the pace of the beat of the rhythm of how you're tapping. And you relax. You can instantly start calming and turning down that nervous system, tapping back into the heart, tapping into the sacred space, right? So here are a few ways that we can start shifting. I'm going to give you two, and we're going to flow with that. Our number one go-to in our community is that we pause and we breathe with awareness. That is our go-to. You could do that anytime, any place, anywhere. No one has to know what you're doing. A few deep breaths, a few conscious breaths create an immediate shift in your body. It tells your heart rate to slow down, your blood pressure to come down, the nervous system to relax. A whole bunch of things go on in the brain, right? You will move from that autonomic response of fight, flight, or freeze. You start calming down, relaxing, and making way, right? So you can always, and we may do that sometime if we can, place a hand over the heart when you're breathing, because wherever the mind goes, energy and attention goes. So just by, and we have trained the subconscious to know. That's why when we set up and I say sit in good posture, you can place a hand over your heart. We've already programmed our subconscious mind to know when we do this, that is a signal that we want everything to calm down. We're ready to come present. We're ready to focus and we're open to receive. So when I say place a hand on the heart, if you will, that is just that alone. We've already programmed it in. This means I'm ready to calm down. When I say turn that focus inward, we've already programmed that to know we're tapped into the expansiveness of God. We're in the thick darkness, as the psalmist says, where God dwells. When we close those eyes and you see that thick darkness, the psalmist reports the Almighty is saying, that's where I dwell. That's where I live, all right? So we want to breathe. Good healing deep breaths in through the nostril. And when you breathe in, your abdomen goes out. And when you exhale, your abdomen contracts. That's what I call a healing breath. Not up here in the chest, fight, flight, freeze, but no, whole full, breathing, filling up those lungs completely. Abdomen goes out, exhale, abdomen comes in. Slowly through the mouth. Slowly, fully, completely through the mouth. All right? And at that point, when you feel that you have been triggered, when you have been triggered by anxiety, what you want to do is feel and not fight. Feel and not fight. And that works in a myriad of different ways. Have you ever had one of those dreams where you were just pinned down and you couldn't move? I know in the old school, we used to call it the hag is riding you. That's what my parents and grandparents would call that experience when you are asleep. And in the sleep, you're trying to move, you're trying to get up, and the more you fight, the more it pins you down. And the key is to become lucid in that dream and just simply relax, beloved. Just simply relax. Don't fight. Just feel what you're feeling. Take a few good healing deep breaths and instantly allow yourself to shift back into alignment. Come on, take a good healing deep breath in and exhale. All right, lovelies, 12 noon and Precious, you have to be in our community. So inbox me, send me a message on Messenger or inbox me, and I will, this is what to do. I would love for us to connect anyway. Do this. Go to my website, elonasanders.com. You can put /schedule if you want. You can put /schedule and go there, pick a day and time that will work for you. Let's connect. Let's have a one-on-one private chat. It's totally complimentary. And we'll go from there. And I can tell you how you can become a part of the Spiritual Success community. So elonasanders.com /schedule. Pick a day and time. I would love for us to connect. It's totally complimentary, and we'll give you more information about how you could join us in the Success Lounge. All right, lovelies, I'm releasing you with many blessings for the rest of your day. Have a blessed, wonderful, and amazing rest of your day. Bye for now.